Alright, hello everybody and welcome to Nathan on Shuffle, and this is my latest top 5 video where I give the top 5 in some topic in progressive rock. The topics are generated by my wife. She has some interesting topics up her sleeve, as you'll see today, and it's just me coming up with stuff off the top of my head with my prior progressive rock knowledge. So it's a little bit more light-hearted of a show, you know, nothing concrete. I'm not taking copious notes and sharing these deep thoughts. It's just more what comes to the top of my mind and more of a jumping off point for your guys' comments of how you feel about the top 5 topic and what your top 5 are. So if you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate the support. If you'd like to like and comment this video, that would be really helpful as well. So just wanted to put that out there at the top here, and let's jump into the topic. So we've got the top 5 prog band names is the topic here today. And when I asked my wife about this, the name that she put forward as an example was Moron Police, which is a more modern prog band, a little bit more obscure, but she's like the name Moron Police because she questions, does it mean that they're policing the morons? Are they the police over the morons? Or is it a group of police that are morons, you know, a moron police? You know, it kind of can be taken both ways, but it's kind of a silly name, as many names are for prog bands, I think. So this was a hard list to come up with, but I'm just giving 5 off the top of my head that I thought are kind of fun, kind of interesting. I somewhat think I take for granted prog band names. They're just... I become a fan of a band and their name just becomes who they are, and I don't really even think about it very much. So this was an interesting exercise. So at number 5, I'm going to go with the classic Yes. I think Yes is a cool band name. It's short. It's probably one of the shortest band names that's out there. It's just one word, and it's positive, you know, matching the music of Yes, that they're a very positive, uplifting band and produce very uplifting music. So I think the name works for them and showcases their positivity. It's simple and direct and works. And, you know, their logo has become iconic as well. It's a very simple name to put up as a logo, done in different Roger Dean style art. And it's just a really cool, short prog name. I think it works, and it's become an iconic name in the world of prog. So that's my number 5. Number 4, I thought about King Crimson as a cool band name. King Crimson, you know, it's just, it's simple and direct. It's cool. Has a little bit of maybe mystery to it, perhaps, but I just think it sounds really good. You know, I think it works well to have that King style name to it because it promotes that they're one of the leaders of the genre, perhaps, you know, King Crimson. And the Crimson sound, you know, it evokes more of an adventurous feel than just any other word there. So I think it works. You know, I'm kind of stretching to explain these band names, but, you know, I think it works as a solid, strong name and has been one that's stuck with me. So I think King Crimson works as a cool, short, fun prog name. Number 3 is another one my wife suggested too, and I thought she's right. This is a pretty cool name. Pineapple Thief, I thought was a really fun prog name. Kind of in the same mold as perhaps Porcupine Tree, as me and my wife have discussed, but Pineapple Thief is just clever and fun, and it evokes a very interesting image, you know, but it's simplistic in some ways, but it also very descriptive and interesting. So, and it stands out. I think important in a band name is something that's not too generic, that stands as a very specific name that makes you think of a very specific band. It isn't just like a name you could come up with off the fly, you know? So I think this works. I think Pineapple Thief is a good band name that works well for them. Number 2, maybe I'm biased, but I'm going with Transatlantic as a band name. I think that's a really cool name for Transatlantic because they're a super group that crosses between different places. You know, there's people from the US, as there's also people overseas in Europe. So it's transatlantic. It's crossing the Atlantic Ocean and combining these people from different locations into one project. You know, it brings a feeling of universal nature to it. It brings a feeling of that this is a band that crosses barriers over across the whole world. It's not just meant for one specific location. You know, they're not just defined by one place. but they're actually across the whole world. They span different continents. So I think that's really cool to express the nature of how these band members come from different countries and different places and are coming together as a unique supergroup. So for a supergroup name, I think it's pretty right on and perfect. So I really have enjoyed that name. I'm picking number 1 as Moon Safari. I always liked the name Moon Safari. I'm not sure quite why, but I just think it really fits the band. It feels very, it fits their light symphonic feel, you know, it's them airy and fun, and they're going on this journey on the moon, and it has the sense of whimsy and fun and joy to it that I think personifies the band and their music really well. And I'm really hopeful that Moon Safari will be coming out with new music soon, but they definitely are a fun band, and I think the name works really well for them, and I hope that they continue forward and continue embracing that name. And so those are my 5 prog band names. There's not much more to say than that, I suppose. I really like the name Spock's Beard, but I know some people probably think that's a little bit funky, a little bit strange, but I find it very unique and interesting and singular to them. And it really personifies their quirky sense of humor. So I like that as well. Flower Kings I've liked as well. Similar to like King Crimson, it takes in that regal style name, but then adds a flowery quality to it, which gives it more of a symphonic, lighter, positive message. So I think that's a good band name as well. So I think you could spin almost any band name to be really a great name for them. So a really interesting topic, and I'm really curious to see your guys' thoughts on this one. What are your favorite prog band names? I struggled a little bit with this, as you might imagine from my descriptions here, but hopefully you had fun anyways with the video, even if I was stretching to come up with explanations for why I like these band names. So thank you guys for your support, for watching these crazy videos, and I hope to catch you guys in the next top 5. Thank you guys. Bye.